I've got an itch I can't scratch, I'm missing a piece that completes a whole part of me, an open wound scar to see. Everybody come here, gather round, welcome to the freak show, the best in town. What the hell's wrong with me? I don't get along with anybody, honestly. I've been living in my own head, constantly thoughts jumbled round, think I need a new lobotomy. Wait, all these thoughts are too negative. I don't wanna get lost in the sedative. Gotta show them what I got, I'm competitive. You know I'm about to go off, I won't let them win, I'll take a stab. I wanna chase the bag, I wanna weigh, I can change all the things I lack. I gotta face the facts, I got a taste in that. Got me obsessed with the rest, I got an itch to scratch. I'll give up everything.
Hey y'all, I hope y'all are having a wonderful day and probably watching the James Crumbly trial, but it's okay. It's quite okay. I wanted to come live. Hey Mike, because Kayla Montgomery had her parole hearing and it was granted, so we're going to watch her parole hearing. Please hit that thumbs up for me while watching the video.
And then we can begin your hearing.
Okay.
This is a parole hearing for Kayla Montgomery, number 92912. Present today is Chairman Roger Phillips of the New Hampshire Adult Parole Board. Also present here are Parole Board members Horace Enriquez and Tricia Thompson. Let the record reflect also in attendance today representing Victim Services is Lauren Avery, and representing Victim Services from Attorney General's Office is Amy Van Hawken. This is hearing number 1.
And we'll begin our questioning with board member Dr. Horace Enriquez.
Okay.
So, good morning.
Good morning.
Busy day for you.
Yeah.
Sure. You were here under the charge of perjury and making false statements.
Yes.
And we'll come to the details of that in a moment. But why might it be important to tell the truth?
Because being honest is the best thing to do, because if you're not, other actions happen, and being able to tell the truth takes a lot of weight off of you, and it's better to tell the truth and be honest so that everything else can come to light.
So by not telling the truth to the grand jury investigation, what do you think happened? Or didn't happen?
What didn't happen was I didn't tell the truth about where I was during that time, and not being able to cooperate with the detectives. I got all caught up in the situation, and if I just was honest from the beginning, they could have done their job sooner.
And what was their job?
To find Harmony and know what happened to her, and that's it.
So what did you actually tell the jury that was untrue?
That I got dropped off at my work, which was Dunkin' Donuts, and at 6 a.m. and Adam brought Harmony to meet her mother. And when he came back to pick me up at 2 p.m., she was not in the car, and that was the lie.
I guess the comes to the question was, so Harmony was your stepdaughter, correct?
Yes,
Was she part of your family?
yes.
So how are you protecting your family by telling this lie?
I didn't protect them at all.
Because that's what, your personal statement talks about that. Is, that you were, the justification for lying is that you were protecting your family.
Yeah.
What were you protecting them from?
from losing our other children,
Our other children.
from our family falling apart.
That's what she only cares about. The other two. She didn't give a shit about Harmony. She might not even get her two children back. She doesn't know that. They're in DCFS custody.
Even though it was falling apart. And not being held accountable for the actions that happen.
So you were sort of acknowledging the fact that you did lie,
Yes.
correct? So how have you learned how to tell the truth? What tools have you learned?
With the tools that I've learned is understanding situations and being able to deal with them and not hide anything, and ask for help and let people know when something's wrong or it's not, or something doesn't feel right. And being able to just understand situations and know that it's the best to say what's on your mind and say what you know, and just be honest and talk about what you're going through, or if there's anything wrong, just be honest about it.
You've taken a number of sort of Department of Corrections courses here, journaling and Choose Love. I saw that you
Yes,
spent a lot of time with the Family Connection Center,
yes.
did the Focus program.
I'm still currently in it.
And what band are you?
Black.
And when do you think you'll graduate?
Between the end of this month and beginning of next month.
So next 3-4 weeks.
Yeah.
You had a couple hiccups getting through the Focus program. What was that about?
Because I was cheeking my medication. So I got, they took me out of the program and I had to wait to get back in.
Did you have to do anything to get back in? Or just
No, you just wait until they put you in again.
Is cheating of falsification is a lie?
Yes,
So why would you do that?
because I wasn't in the right headspace at the time.
Tell me about, so where are you in your addiction care right now?
I am on the MAT program with Suboxone, and having the tools that I am actually taking seriously and working on myself with the Focus program is
So
a
give me
big
tool.
part.
Give me a tool that you use fairly routinely.
Instead of, I'm being honest, I'm not lying, and distorted thinking, which you end up changing your thoughts. I could tell you, I could lie to you and say things, but I'm not. I am nervous right now and anxious.
I understand that for sure.
Yeah. So I'm like trying my best to concentrate and not.
Well, the only people you have to talk to are the three of us, okay? So you've got these tools working on yourself. What's your home plan?
That I am working with my case manager on. We're looking for sober living. I'm looking for any sober living housing, but one that I would feel safe and know that I'm safe.
So you need to, as you know, finish the focus program,
Yes,
have a home plan to be released.
yes,
Now, I want to come back a little bit to, you had a tough time in the system, a lot of the disciplinaries.
yeah,
You had a lot of work-offs. right?
Yes.
And have you finished those hours?
yes,
And the good news is you've had no disciplinaries since July roughly.
yes,
Starting to pay attention to things.
yeah.
Sorry, just have all these little munchies. So tell me about you. You have 4 other children, correct?
Yes.
And what's happening with them?
My oldest son lives with his father and stepmother and brothers. My 3 youngest, which are also my husband, ex-husband's children, they are living with my mother. They've been with her for the past almost 2.5 years. And I ended up losing my rights to them because of my crime that I am connected to.
Do y'all think that she will be able to get her voice back when she gets out? Even though what happened with Harmony? No.
The affidavit got out, and I believe that they used it against me, which I understand.
I don't know what you're talking about here.
For my kids. So I ended up losing my kids. I lost the rights to my kids.
Right.
And the affidavit that got out about Harmony, and what it was saying and details that it was saying, I feel and believe that the CASA and the judge in that case, I believe that they were using the affidavit against me. So I lost my rights to my kids.
Do you have the ability to get those rights back?
I can, yeah. I put an appeal in.
Okay. So that's sort of but are you allowed to communicate with your children?
I haven't been. I'm not. Well, DCYF still has custody of them, but they've been living with my mother.
No, I understand that, but are you allowed to communicate with them?
I have not talked to them. I know my mother has been taking care of them.
I understand, but you have not.
No, I haven't been
because you're
able to-
not allowed to, or because
I don't know if it's because I'm not allowed to, or my mom's just not choosing to allow me to talk to them because I lost my rights and DCYF has custody of them. So I don't know if it's because of that.
So tell me, you make a statement in your personal statement here about you tried to right this wrong.
Yes,
How have you tried to do that?
by telling the truth about what happened to Harmony and being honest and being in compliance with the detectives and the state.
I have just a couple of questions. This is your first felony conviction, is that correct?
Yes,
You had some misdemeanors.
yes,
And in one of the prior misdemeanors, you were required to do a 28-day program, is that correct?
Yes.
And did you accomplish that?
No, I did not until after I was incarcerated and got put into a 28-day program.
And was that in county?
Yes.
All right. And how do you compare that program with Focus?
For myself, I don't think I was really ready to actually pay attention when I was in that 28-day program and really work on myself. And
Well, the problem with addiction is it's a disease of denial.
yeah,
But people can get clean and sober when they accept the fact,
yeah,
that they're hooked.
yeah,
And then, once that acceptance begins, slowly that denial goes away.
yeah.
And that's the whole idea of whether it be the 28-day program, and I'm sure the Focus also.
Yeah, when I got kicked out of Focus the first time and for cheating my medication, I was just, when I got put into the program, I was like, oh, I just have to get this done and I can leave. But after getting kicked out and being put back in the program, I've actually been working on myself.
And when you say cheating, what do you mean by that? Rather than swallowing the medication?
Because I just kept it under my tongue and showed them my mouth, and they caught me cheating my medication instead of taking it properly.
And why didn't you take it properly?
I wasn't in the right headspace, and I just didn't really care at that time.
What did you do with them?
I ended up having to spit it out.
You just spit it out and got rid of it. You didn't share it with anyone. You didn't give it to anybody.
No,
else.
the officer took it. Like, yeah.
So had you done it prior though and never got caught, or is this
No.
the only time you did it and got caught?
That was the first time, and I did it one other time, and that was like close together. And then I haven't done it since.
All right.
So I just have a couple. You've been on probation before in the past.
Yes,
How'd that go?
not good.
Not very well, right?
No.
So do you understand that probation and parole are pretty similar?
Yes,
Do you understand that the standard conditions are pretty similar?
yes,
Do you know what the standard conditions are? The gist of them. I'm not gonna ask you to read them verbatim, but do you know one big one I'm looking for? You can't lie.
oh yeah,
You can't lie, right?
right,
It's the same on probation, it's the same on parole, right?
yeah,
And it is a technical violation, but with you, right, you can bet they're gonna be looking, right? They're gonna pay
Yeah.
attention to that technical violation because that's the charge you're here for, right?
yeah.
So I guess my question is, how are you gonna be able to deal with that? How are you gonna be able to deal, because you've got some pressure on you. You're young and you've got a lot of pressure, right? Some of it you brought on by your choices, right?
Yeah.
Can't minimize that.
No.
But how are you gonna deal with the pressure in the community and be able to keep yourself together and not lie? Because it's hard, but once you tell one, you're beat,
Yeah,
because you're not gonna be able to keep up.
right, yeah,
right? And the microscope's gonna be on you.
yeah.
How are you gonna deal with
I
that?
know that.
How are you gonna deal with that?
All they can do is take it one day at a time.
Do you understand that your probation officer or your parole officer are your lifeline?
Yes,
They really are your lifeline. They're there to help you. They're there to guide you. They're not there to try to get you back in here as fast as you can get here. You need to use them as a resource.
yeah,
And that's hard. It's hard to trust, right?
yeah,
Right? It's hard to trust law enforcement with you right now.
yeah.
I know. I can see it written all over your face. So what do you think the big differences are, the supervision for you with probation and parole? Supervision levels.
I feel that parole is higher than probation.
Higher how though? What do you think that your parole officer is gonna have you do differently that your probation officer didn't have you do?
I honestly don't know.
Probably have to report more, probably have more drug screens, probably more home visits,
Yeah.
right? Probably check on programming more, right? A little stricter, right? So, you know, you talked about your children a little bit.
Yeah.
You went through Family Connections.
Yeah.
Never at any point during Family Connections, with all the resources they have, did you want to read a book and record it and send it home to your family for your kids to listen to? Did you ever want to do any of those things that they had? Because I know that that's an
I
option.
have.
Okay.
I've done the Cliff thing where you get books and you can send them. I have wanted to do the recording, but I don't want to do it and they can't listen to it, or it's just hard right now with the kids.
It's hard, but do you think that it will make you feel like you're trying by doing nothing, right? Because it sounds like you really want a relationship still with your children, but you just don't know if you can go there.
Yeah, because it's up to my mother.
But there's all these options and things that you could have done to try to, at least try to have some sort of relationship. You don't need to know if they get there. You just need to know that you did it.
I have been doing stuff.
Okay.
I've been doing the Cliff thing. I've been making blankets. I've been making pictures. I've been doing a lot of things.
Okay.
And I'm still in the FCC program. I've still been doing parent support groups, and I did the parenting class and the healthy relationships, and I see Miss V once a week with the support groups.
And you talked about that, disciplinary was an issue for you when you first got here. You completed all your extra duty hours.
Yes.
Okay. What did you do for extra duty hours here?
Shoveling. I did most of it was shoveling, ice scooping, cleaning the day room, the windows, the workout room. Just did a lot of cleaning.
Do you have a job here?
Yes.
So my last question is, what are your goals? What is your 5-year goal from today? If you're granted parole, what is your goal?
I don't even, just my recovery is number one. And just keep doing the right thing. That's just what's been in my mind. Just being honest.
So when you went to school growing up, right, some people say, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer, I want to be a police officer. What did you want to be?
I wanted to be a veterinarian.
Still want to be a veterinarian?
Yeah.
Sounds like a good goal. Give me something.
No, we don't want you around our children or our animals. Sorry, lady.
Something to strive for, right? Working on your recovery is fantastic, but you got to do something for yourself.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, your mind's not going to stop, right? And if your mind doesn't stop, what are we going to do?
Relapse.
We're going to go back and self-medicate.
Yep.
And then you're going to get in the cycle again. You've got to take time for yourself. You got to figure it out. It's not easy. You're going to feel selfish, but you have to do it.
That's how I already feel.
I have this question. You're on the MAP program now,
Yes.
and in taking that medication, do you have any adverse side effects?
No.
Does it help as far as the feeling of compulsion is concerned, the compulsion to use?
Yes. And I don't have cravings or anything like that, or the urge to want to use.
And also, you've seen behavioral health behind the walls also.
Yes.
And you take any medication, I don't need to know names of anything, but you take any medication?
Yes.
The only thing that we're asking that for is, as far as the parole conditions are concerned, if you're granted parole, we want to include things like that.
Yeah.
All right. And your minimum parole date is soon coming out. It's in May of this year, is it not? May 3rd of this year.
Yes.
All right. And you realize that date is the date that you could be released, provided you complete focus and any other required program
Yes.
behind the walls. But if you, and sometimes, I want to indicate, I guess there was you received some earned time credit by doing certain things. Was it breaking free? Or,
I did Breaking Free, Choose Love program, and Core Skills.
and by doing programs that helps in your rehabilitation, your parole, your minimum parole date can be decreased. In other words, that you can get out at an early date.
Yes.
I'm not certain if it's the May 3rd or May 5th, but whatever date that is the date that you can be paroled if this board decides to grant you the same.
Yes.
All right, we have no control over, by the way, minimum parole dates. That's a function of the court and its sentencing.
Yes.
And you behind the walls with the programs that you do. All right, unless there are any more programs, we deliberate through the use of our computers.
Yes.
We'll do that now. Oh, what's that? Is there anything else you want to indicate to us?
I know my case manager told me that my minimum is March 4th because my earned time that I put through went through.
That's right. I think it was reduced to
Yeah.
from May, so that you're really past your minimum as we
Yes.
speak today.
Yes.
So it's a matter,
Release movement at this time, release movement only.
it's a matter of completing those programs that we earlier discussed.
Yes.
Okay,
From a victim services standpoint, the only condition that we're going to request is intensive supervision for a minimum of 90 days upon release due to complexities related to the
all right. There's a request from victim service for ISP, which is just the term of supervision so that you report more often. All right?
Yeah.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I am working with the staff here on making sure I feel safe when it is time for me to leave.
She's worried about that.
I've been checking in with mental health a lot and the late acts. And we're just working on a plan for when it's time for me to leave, that I feel safe and strong enough to be out.
I would encourage you to keep that.
She's scared. Everybody wants to beat her ass. Do you like? Yeah, she knows what's gonna happen when she gets out there.
Close to you,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Don't share it with those that you don't want to know. The security staff will do their job.
Yeah.
Right? Your PO will have discretion, whoever that may be. But usually I find when these things happen, clients usually talk too much themselves and then they get scared because they told one person, then it went too far.
I was
Close.
told that I could say that.
Yeah, no, you can say it to us.
Yeah.
Yes, but I mean, when you decide where you're going,
Yeah,
with
that.
everybody here.
Yeah, that's one thing I'm working on.
Do you understand what ISP is?
No.
So you'll have a curfew, you'll have increased screens, all those things we talked about, the difference, right?
Yeah.
The difference though is you will come back on just about any violation during that 90 days that happens.
Okay.
Your parole officer has a lot more leeway on your violations. Much stricter.
But the important part of that is that you keep your PPO informed
Yeah.
and you work closely with him or her.
Yeah.
Right? Because they don't want you to come back. Their
Yeah.
success is when you do well in the community. Because our function as a parole board is to release those on parole who will not again commit a crime and will turn out to be good citizens. And that parole supervision is what helps in that goal.
Okay.
Okay. All right, we've communicated, and we're gonna grant you the privilege of parole. It'll be on standard conditions. You must complete focus. You must comply with your approved home plan. If it includes sober living, remain there for 90 days and thereafter at the discretion of your PPO and as recommended by your treatment provider. Engage in the American Society of Addiction Medicine Substance Use Disease Level of Care as the Department of Corrections and the LADAC recommends. Comply with the MAT or MAUD program, MAT or MAUD program, including prescribed medications. Mental health in the community is needed and be compliant with prescribed medications. Engage in group addiction recovery, which may include AA and NA, as recommended by your LADAC and the PPO. And of course, you have to be C3 and D3 for release, an ISP for 90 days, and then in the discretion of the PPO. Now that's going to be read back to you.
Okay.
And then, if you have any questions, you can ask them after the readback.
Okay.
And let the record reflect as follows. Today's decision is your parole has been approved. However, you must complete the focus program and you must have an approved home plan. If your home plan includes a sober living, you must remain there for 90 days and thereafter in discretion of your PPO and as recommended by your treatment provider. You are to engage in ASAM substance use disorder level of care as DOC LADAC recommends. You're to comply with your MAT MAUD program, including prescribed medications. You are to engage in mental health treatment in the community as needed and be compliant with your medications, your prescribed medications. You're to engage in group addiction recovery, which may include AA and NA as recommended by your LADAC and PPO. You'll be on ISP for a period of 90 days and at discretion of your PPO. Standard conditions of parole will apply, and you are to be C3 or lower classification and disciplinary free for release.
Okay.
All right, do you have any questions?
No, I do not.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you.
And that was her parole hearing. And I see in chat what you guys feel about it. No one's happy about it, of course. She definitely did fail Harmony. She could have helped save her. She was the only one that could help save her. And she absolutely didn't. And I feel the frustration from you guys in chat. I really do. She gets out as soon as she finishes whatever classes she's in right now, I think. Because her parole out date, it was March 3rd. And since it's passed already, she can be paroled out and released as soon as she's done whatever she's working on right now. Because she's past her out date. So I don't know if they're gonna like change her out date. Like I don't know if she's in a program she has to finish first. I think that's what I understood. And so I guess they'll change the out date to around the time she's supposed to finish the class or whatever she's doing. Yeah, pretty much, Lori. Yep. Did y'all think that I know when I saw she was granted, I was like, wow. We knew it was going to happen. Well, from what she was saying, on the stand at Adam's trial, but we were thinking May. Sounds like she will be in a halfway house for 90 days. Yeah. She did take some blows for Harmony, I do believe, with the black eyes from the pictures. She's scared, though. She's scared. She wants to get out, but she's scared. She knows everyone hates her. I mean, look what you did. Don't think everybody wants to be your best friend when you get out. Yep, she's really scared for her safety. Well, you guys, that's all that I had for you. This morning was the parole hearing, just to hear what they had to say, questions that they were asking her, in which they granted her. This poor baby never received the justice. No. No. And I wish they would find her, or at least find out what he did with, so that her mom can have a little bit of peace. All right, guys, I'll probably be back tonight with some body cam footage because I've been getting a lot of, I want body cam footage, so I'm going to do that a little bit tonight. Y'all too have a good day, and I'll see you later tonight. Bye, y'all. Becky, that's what I said too. Would the lie eat up everything? I don't know. That was my first thought. Bye, Markella. Okay, guys, have a good day, and I'll see you this afternoon.